while I'm doing this.
Hi, Pepsters! I'm Rachel. Welcome to our very first Pep Live this 2026. Makakasama natin ngayon ay isang world traveler, podcaster, and CEO of Access Travel. Let's all welcome Angely Dub.
Hello.
Hi, Angely. Welcome to Pep Live.
Thank you so much for waiting, and I'm sorry I was a little bit late.
That's all right. So ito na, starting 2026, and alam ko maraming mga pepsters or mga viewers natin na maybe they're still thinking of what 20 how 2026 will be for them for in terms of their career, and perfect timing dahil ikaw as a lady boss, we really hope na we you can also inspire our viewers with your personal story. So, ayan, medyo konting backtrack lang tayo, no, Pepsters. So, Angeli is, again, kanina nabanggit nga natin na you are your own lady boss for your very own company. But can you share with us what was your life like before as you became this, um, before na magkaroon ka ng sarili mong brand and your own name in the industry?
Yes. First of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to talk about my life on your platform. And yes, to start the year with me, it's a privilege to talk about my life. Even 15 years ko na to ginagawa. So I am the eldest child. And I am loved by my parents up to this day. So I lost my dad at the age of 13. I talk about this a lot, na having good parents is a privilege in a world na minsan parang nakakalito, 'di ba? Parang hindi mo na alam ano yung real flex. For me, I always talk about having good parents and a very very nice upbringing. So, for me, I am a self-made person, but I would never discredit the work of my parents because responsibility naman nila ako eh. Di naman pwede pabayaan ko na lang sila, hindi ko sila credit, right? So, my foundation is I'm deeply rooted talaga sa values na binigay sa akin ng parents ko. Even I lost my dad at a really young age. Hindi yung naging dahilan para magwalwal ako, ganyan. Because I've always had big dreams growing up and I owe my life, my career, and everything to my parents. And right now, I'm here with my mom. Kaya ako na late despite having my own apartment in Makati, in Rockwell, di ako umuwi doon. Umuwi ako sa Cavite sa mama ko because this is the best thing I can give to my mom na when I'm here, even I'm an adult, I get to spend time with her. And right now, here is Nala, our dog. So, ito yung small moments na talagang vinavalue ko. So, ganun ako pinalaki. And yeah, I went to Benilde. I studied tourism. Kaya I give comments about tourism. A lot of people don't know na yun talaga yung tinapos ko. And ever since, I'm not a fan of having a lot of friends. So yung friends ko simula college and high school, yun pa
Sila
din yung friends ko up to this day. So ano pa ba? I'm an Aquarius. I took my master's in Madrid. I don't share my personal life on social media. So those are some of the things about my life. Yeah, my whole life na shapes access travel, but when I turned 32, I realized hindi pala buong buhay ko is work and business. So that's what we are going to talk about
talk
today.
about today, yes. Follow-up question lang, what was your master's degree in
So I
state?
studied customer experience and innovation.
Wow. So talagang expertise and passion mo talaga ang pagiging, ito, yung traveling and
Yes.
tourism.
Yes, and I think a very cliche yung passion kasi sometimes passion can't feed us. So I won't mislead yung people na nanonood. Sometimes parang we have to be very, parang maglagay ng logic sa world. Parang passion is a privilege, you know. We all have passion, but not everybody can make a business out of that because it comes from opportunities, privileges, diba? As I've always said, my parents were my biggest opportunity in this lifetime because hindi talaga nila ako pinabayaan. Up to this day, I am guided, you know, by my mom. So it's my biggest blessing na never nawala sa buhay ko yung parents ko.
Yung mom mo ba, what's her work? Nasa
Oh, she's
siya,
also a businesswoman.
businesswoman din siya. Anong industry naman niya?
Very halo-halo. May food, may real estate, ganyan. So, I am a firm believer na we really do what we see our parents do. Ganon.
Kasi yun, so do you think malaki yung influence nga nun na um, kasi ibig sabihin bata ka pa lang, exposed ka na dun sa business type
Mhm.
of ano, 'di ba, mga career. So
Right,
pagiging business minded o pagiging magaling mo madiskarte mo sa
right.
business parents mo.
Parang my parents, hindi naman sila yung mga napagtapos, hindi naman sila lawyers, doctors, ganyan. My parents, entrepreneurs sila. Even my dad, he died. He was an entrepreneur. So parang feeling ko, nakuha ko yun from them. And seeing a mom na napalaki niya kami na maayos without a dad, isisingit ko lang dito yung parang people are very curious sa personal life ko if kasal ako ganyan or sino boyfriend ko because I don't really post my personal life on social media kasi I'm just here for business lang and to share my story. Maybe some people can get a lesson or two from my life. So that's why seeing my mom very independent, driving a pickup, nakuha ko siya. So parang sinasabi namin sa bahay, I'm just a more educated version of my mother. Parang photocopy talaga kami. Nana, don't go there. Photocopy kami lahat ng mga anak niya sa kanya. Parang namana namin lahat ng traits niya. Gano'n.
Ayan. Before we move on, no, shout out natin, pakilala natin yung kasama mo ngayon diyan, Angely. Ang kanyang ano,
A lot of
alaga.
people don't know things about me, my personal life, kasi it's not really available sa public. Nahumiga na siya. So my dog is right here. Rottweiler siya, Nala. She's 9 months old. She lost her sibling last Saturday sa accident. Si Chomp, Corgi yun. That's why we're here for her now to support her emotionally. Kasi for us, yung pets namin, family members namin. So feeling namin yung shock na pagkawala ng dog namin, siya yung
Mm.
nag-absorb.
Kaya
Corgi
extra
was
thank
one,
you siya.
yes, Corgi was 1 year old, na aksidente siya, tumalon siya sa
Oh,
car.
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Mm. So, kaya I'm dealing with that ngayon. Pero medyo okay na ako kasi ilang days na yon. So, these are
Ayan.
the things, you know, parang sometimes people forget na even online, yung mga people, we have a life outside. Kasi it's so easy to judge someone based on a 30-second reel. So, I always tell people, I'm a daughter, I am a sister, I am someone's partner, I am someone's mother, my dog. So I hope this year, parang people will take it parang a little bit, parang chill sila sa mga taong online. Hindi naman yun yung buhay namin, di ba?
Ayan. So, thank you for sharing that, Angeli, no? Kaya ayan. So, kung makita nyo guys, si Nala na mag-hi hello dyan, yun yung reason. So, ito na. You were saying na, ano, na do not misconstrue na passion lang yung reason why you started Access Travel. So, what is the vision that you have for yourself when you started your business? Ano
Mm-mm.
yung gusto mo? Bakit ka napunta? Bakit ka nagtayo ng your sarili mong kumpanya?
Right. So, going back to 19, syempre hindi pa ganito yung wisdom ko noon, di ba? I was also a kid. So, at some point, like ko to sinasabi sa mga tao, nakikita nyo kasi parang finished version na. I was also a kid. I was once 16, 19. I was once superficial about my dreams, about my life and everything. So, parang it's unfair na sometimes people judge me based sa mistakes ko from the past, di ba? So when I was 19, my vision was superficial. Like, I want to travel the world, ganyan. So, that was my motivation to start everything. And nagbuo-buo na lang yung opportunities kasi I was moving sa mga ganong environments. Kasi minsan, parang we can't expect parang for the universe or God to give us things if hindi naman tayo gumagalaw sa ganun environment, right? For example, gusto ko pala mag-travel noon tapos gumagalaw ako, let's say, sa beauty pageant na world noon. Siyempre, hindi ko makukuha yung vision ko na yon. So, parang when I was younger, people really wanted me to join beauty pageants, but
Mm.
I said no. The answer was
Very
always no
well.
because I never saw that for myself. I really wanted to travel. So parang at a young age, my mom was very kind to me. She gave me the opportunity to do my internship abroad in New York City and
Wow.
outside New York City. So parang that opened up my mind to a lot of things na parang this is the world outside the Philippines. Parang I have this many opportunities. Then before Access Travel, I was also given the opportunity to travel to Paris for our field trip from school. Kasi pag sa Binild, may ganong opportunity for students to travel. So if
Tourism ka pa.
yes, yes. If
Yes.
makita mo kasi yung ganun kalaki yung mundo at a young age,
Mm.
talagang mag-iiba yung perspective mo sa mundo. Parang that gave me parang a chance na ayoko ng small things lang for myself. Kasi pag nakakita ka na ng magagandang bagay, na bata ka pa lang, hindi ka na talaga magsisettle sa basta-basta lang kung ano-ano lang. And nakuha ko yung opportunity na yon na makita mo yung ganong places at 16, 17, di ba? So nag-align-align na siya. I met someone na nagbibuild ng business, ganyan. So nag-align siya overall and nabuo yung Access Travel. So sometimes we put a lot of pressures ourselves na bahala na si God, bahala na si universe, i-manifest ko na lang. But I think that also comes with us putting ourselves into those environments para mabigay sa atin yun, mapunta sa atin yun.
Mm. What was your internship in New York?
Oh, it was in Bar Harbor. So it's in New York. It was different. So I was a front desk agent,
Mm.
intern.
Okay. And then, sa field trip ninyo, as in Paris,
Yes.
ano lang talaga, baka talagang nag-tour lang kayo. Ano yung pinaka-striking sa'yo? Naisip mo na, parang gusto kong gawin tong
Yes.
career talaga.
I saw the Eiffel Tower for the first time. I was like, oh my God, I used to just see these sa mga postcards, sa mga stickers, and now I'm here, right in front of Eiffel Tower at the age of 17 ata ako nun, or 18, di ko na maalala. Seeing that at young age, di ba? Parang it's something, you know? So I
Mm.
think that shaped everything that I have today. That I've always had standards for myself. I'm not afraid to say no sa mga things na hindi nag-align sa akin. I think our mom mm, did not raise us to be people pleasers. I think that's a very big factor na at any age, I was never afraid to say no. I was never afraid na, oh, this does not align with me, with how I was raised. Kaya nga parang even 15, 16 lang ako, sinasabi ko na sa mga tao noon, hindi ako sasali ng pageants.
Mhm.
That's not for me.
Mhm.
So that one thing, I give the credit to my mother for teaching us at a young age. Sabihin nyo na agad na ayaw nyo. Hindi nyo parang pag wala na, it's too late na sa kanyo sasabihin and you force yourself to do things na ayaw mo namang gawin. Kaya when people ask me, saan mo nakuha yan? How do you train yourself to become like that? And I always tell everybody, these things, start kasi sa home how you were raised.
Mm. Ayan, grabe. Grabe talaga ang honoring sa parents, no? And talagang ang laki kasi sila yung una mong pinaka-influence in life naman talaga. So, yeah.
Exactly.
So, when you were starting your own business, paano yun? Were you able to save enough money to put up your company? Can you share with us how much you invested at the start when you
Okay,
started?
so I've always had money. That's one thing that I'm very proud of. At the age of 15, I had a business na noon. I don't know if you're familiar with mga F4.
F4? As
I would
in,
sell yung
as in
mga yung boy band.
your garden. Taiwan.
Yes,
Okay,
I
syempre
sold
naman. Because
I sold
okay.
their merch like crazy sa mga classmates ko.
Oh
So
my gosh,
I was
kumita
15.
ka
I was
talaga.
Yes, because I believe money can solve 95% of our problems and 5% is life teaching you from failures and everything.
Mhm.
So, na-realize ko yun at a young age. So, that's why also nag-save up ako sa front desk work ko, then nag-travel ako around the US. I was 17 if tama ako, or 16, around that age. So, when you are exposed kasi talaga sa ganun, I really believe those people really land a good life.
Mm.
Alam nyo, when you put value sa finances, maga mo natutunan. So, I siguro sa access, my mom also helped me, but I paid her back times
Mm.
10. So,
Wow!
instead of borrowing money, and I had money na saved up, siguro sa access, mga na ano ko is mga 2 million. And I always share this story with people na I used to have this necklace na bigay ng dad ko sa akin. Sinangla ko yun. Tapos, tinubos
How
ko
much was
yun.
it? How much was that necklace?
Hindi ko na maalala yung exact amount, but it was a lot of money. Parang mga 400K siguro, if tama yung ano ko. So, during that time, kasi malaking pera na yun eh.
Yeah.
Di ba? So, if there's one thing I want people to pick up from this live is fix your finances.
Mm.
Once you learn how to fix your finances, it will bring you really really far. So parang as I've said earlier, ngayon na lang nakikita ng mga tao na naka Zimmerman ako, naka Max Mara ako, ganyan. I did not spend on those things in my 20s. I just started spending on these things 30. So I believe in what do you call that? Late gratification?
Like
Delayed gratification.
delayed. Yeah.
Yeah. I really put a lot of value sa money and spend how to spend it. So, nung na-build na yung business ko, buying a watch na worth, let's say, $10,000, parang naging easier na. Kasi, inuna mo yung business mo eh. Parang in today's world kasi, we're so pressured, di ba? Buy this, buy that. Thankful ako na yun yung time ko, wala namang ganun. I was just so focused on my business, putting all the money sa business ko.
Ayan. And syempre, no, we know na Access Travel has become so successful, and kasi Access Travel is about yung talagang super customized experience for your clients. And what happened along the way in the past years? Meron ka bang na-encounter na roadblocks or challenges nung naging successful ka na?
Yes, at the peak of my career, 2019, end of 2019, COVID happened. So I lost all my work, all everything overnight. It was gone. And so I shared one video sa TikTok ko. I said I had to rebuild my life not once but twice. First was yung normal, lahat tayo nagsa-start tayo buuin yung buhay natin when we finish college. Some nagpupunta ng business world, some nagpupunta ng career na inang ginagawa sa corporate world. So, yun yung first time ko binild yung buhay ko. Second time was naman after COVID. I started a business called Bulilit Kitchen. So, parang nagbenta kami ng street food. I
Mhm.
started my podcast. I created a planner. I wrote a book. I moved to Madrid. I took my master's. So, parang the world has so much. There's a space for everybody. That's how I look at the world. So parang instead of competing with others, I always water my own garden. So parang if I'm gonna look at somebody's life, I'm gonna use it to carve my own life to get inspiration, motivation. Parang a lot of people waste so much time looking at other people's lives na wala ka naman magagawa at the end of the day and you competition and everything. So instead na maging bad feeling, alam mo yung bad person ako nung time na yon na sobrang nag-feel ng bad sa self ko or blame ganto, blame ganyan. I use that energy to create new channels for money, the Bulleted Kitchen, and a podcast, and my kombucha brand, Happy Lab. So I really like that trait about myself na I don't necessarily compete with other people. Parang I don't see the value in it why am I competing with someone? Na kaya ko naman ilagay sa sarili ko yung time na yon. That's why I also took masters kasi I thought di na babalik yung access travel and I ventured out na sa Europe. Sabi ko dun na lang. Pero eventually access travel came back and everything went back to normal. So far yun lang yung naalala kong blockage and siguro one blockage pa is some people did not pay us dun sa COVID, but everything naman, bumalik naman slowly. So, bukod doon, I will be very honest. I'm a spiritual person, and I believe when we are good people, no matter what happens, parang you will be guided and protected. That's why I never really struggled a lot sa business ko because I'm not a perfect person and I am definitely never going to be a perfect person. I have a lot of loopholes of my own, but I'm a very self-aware person and I put a lot of time into becoming a better person. It's like one person every day. So I feel like that's why I'm spiritually guided. Kahit anong mangyari, kumbaga parang wala mangyayari sa akin, gano'n.
Mhm. Listening to you 'no, so ibig sabihin when yun nga you had difficulty dun sa post-COVID na
Mm,
effect 'no, na wala pa masyadong nagta-travel or during the COVID, um, season 'no.
right.
Buti na ano talaga, parang hindi ka talaga yung tipo na, "Okey, dito na lang ako para magmumukmok na lang ako." Parang you're always willing to learn something new and to take a risk. Kasi best yung yung Bulilit Kitchen, ganyan, 'di ba, hindi mo naman alam kumbaga first time mo ulit yon yung industry na yon 'no. So, paano, talagang gano'n talaga, paano 'yun? Paano maging gano'n?
Yeah, Rachel, I think I'm not scared of risk. I'm not scared of failures. I've
Mhm,
never been. I'm actually more scared of not being able to do anything than one day you just die. I'm more
mhm.
scared of that. And when people talk about death, when I do solo hikes, ganyan, I'd rather die doing that kaysa yung nag-Netflix ka lang sa bahay na heart attack ka na. We always have two options eh.
Mhm,
Parang, we're all gonna die. Like that's a fact. Nobody can change that. So we have the option. How do you want to die? Eating fast food, nakahiga ka sa sofa, or nag-hike ka, masaya ka. So I choose that route. Kasi we all have options eh. Life
mhm,
is just about having options, options, options. Sometimes we create those options. Sometimes we are given those options. Depende na lang kung saan privilege ka galing.
mhm.
So I take my life as a risk, everything. Like what's the purpose of living life if you're always in safe zone, right? Kasi
Yeah.
apparently, even naman nasa bahay ka lang, di mo naman alam ano pwede mangyari eh, di ba? Even you play everything safe, something could go wrong. So I don't want to live a boring life. In fact, I don't do anything in my life, even for a second, na hindi ako mag-enjoy. I'd rather say no and hurt someone. So I think life is taken for granted by a lot of people. Now you have time. We don't have time, right?
Mhm,
Technically, we don't have time. Like we think we have time, but there is no time. Time. I actually put more importance sa time kaysa money. Kasi money, I can make it. I can create a way. But your time kasi hindi na babalik eh. And living in the Philippines and Europe, I was able to really, really dissect na how much time is wasted when I'm here, with doing things na wala namang value. Example na doon, you're driving every day, yung
mhm.
traffic. So those stuff, like, parang, we're gonna die one day. What's the worst thing people can say about you? They gossip about you. Parang, I think it's really helpful when we start decentering ourselves. Na, alam mo yun, parang, like, we should be like, thinking na parang in a way, bida tayo ng buhay natin. Ba't hindi naman tayo bida ng buhay ng iba? Hindi tayo pinag-uusapan ng iba. As
Mhm.
much as we always think in our heads, ay pinag-uusapan tayo, ano sasabihin ng ibang tao? Parang people have their own lives, right? Parang sige, someone will gossip about you for a second, but apparently, so what's next? Parang why are we living our lives for other people? I'm sorry about the dogs.
It's alright.
So that's my take on that. Like, we're you're gonna die. Just do whatever you want to do.
Ayun. So, intindihan natin yun 'no, kasi in a snap puwede ka namang mamatay, hindi mo naman mapaplano yun, right?
Exactly. So that's why I don't like to move things. When they said, "Oh, move this to 8 p.m.," I was like, "No, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do it." Kasi at 8 p.m. I wanna have dinner with my mom. I wanna walk my dog, di ba? So parang yung gap in between, sayang yung oras. So
Right.
maybe this perspective is coming from someone who lost her dad at a really young age. And for me, death is part of life. And that should not like be the reason na parang, ay, may time pa. Oo nga, mamamatay naman ako, pero may time pa, parang gano'n.
Ayan. So, I actually, no, I'm aware and I think you also said it in your past interviews that you're very strict with time. Like, you
Yeah.
really make a point na if I schedule something, kailangan andun talaga ako kahit gaano pa kalayo yan. So, how do you transfer that work ethics to your team, to your staff? Meron ba kayo? Paano ba ang setup ninyo ng oras?
Actually, I've made a lot of mistakes in my career. Kasi, as I've said earlier, I was once 16, I was once 19. Hindi naman napulot ko lang yung wisdom sa kanto. Eto na. So, for me to build the life and the business that I have today, marami ako na-clash na tao. And dapat lang, marami kang makaklash ng tao kasi if lahat nag-agree sa'yo, that means you're doing something wrong. That's one thing I keep on telling people. It is normal na marami kayong makaka-clash,
Right.
especially if may binibuild kayong empire, bahay, career, kasi you have a vision. You can't expect everybody to understand your vision. If you are willing to bend your vision, that means you are not firm enough to have that vision. So sa career ko, Diyos ko, napakadami kong employees na naka-clash because I have my work ethics and I always tell them, this is my territory. I can compromise to you, but you have to adjust to my vision. Kasi vision ko to eh. I am welcoming you and I have to adjust sa inyo if needed. But all of us, we have one vision. Doon tayo papunta, all of us. Di ba? So that's why now, after 15 years in the business, my first thing pag ina-ask ko yung mga employee is emotional intelligence and mental toughness. Yun na lang yung requirements ko ngayon sa employees.
Wow.
The rest I can teach. Because sometimes people can be so balat sibuyas. They're just so sensitive about everything. And I am very direct forward, straightforward, you know. And I'm gonna be very honest. I say a lot of bad words, especially it's part of who I am, you know. That's part of my self awareness. Now that's one thing I cannot remove about who I am. Kasi self awareness is not just about haha hihi haha. Alam niyo yun, parang self indulgence. Self awareness is also knowing your bad traits as a person. And alam ko na lahat ng bad traits ko as a person. So parang it's a blessing and a curse kasi when you are very strict with your time. So yun lang na mga nakaka-clash ko ng mga tao ngayon. Mga walang pakialam sa oras. I cannot work with those people. And you won't believe this. All of my teammates work remotely.
Yeah,
They
because you
only,
live in Spain, right? So,
yes,
get to see them as much ng in
three
person.
times a year, max 4 times a year.
So,
So
what paano yun? How does that work?
I work with adults. Hindi naman yung mga bata eh. 'Di
Na you
ba?
don't have to see what they're doing to know that they're working, no?
Yeah, and I tell them, and I'm very proud of this as an employer. I pay my employees kung ano yung sinabi nila.
Mhm.
I never, ever tumatawad. That's not who I am. I let them put price on themselves. So if magkandaletse-letse man kami, wala magiging ano na hindi ako binayaran na maayos. I could tell them on their face, ikaw nagput ng value sa sarili mo.
Mhm.
It may sound very tough. As I've said, for you to build an empire, you need to be tough.
Mhm.
You need to be tough, understanding at the same time. Hindi yung parang putyo-putyo lang. Kasi if you're not confident, walang maniniwala sa'yo. And I'm not here to build a business for 2 years. I'm here to build a legacy that my kids will carry on. And for me to do that, I need to have certain standards that I am not willing to bend, right? I know in the Philippines, when someone says standards, ganyan, ay, ang yabang, ang arrogant, taas na tingin sa sarili mo. But that's how you land a good life na hindi mo ma-enjoy na ikaw lang. That will be enjoyed by generations. Siguro, Rachel, at this point na 15 years na ako nasa business, this is one thing I always tell my employees. At the end of the day, I'm not your friend. I'm not your family. I have
Yeah.
my own family. You go home to your family. I go home to my family. And I'm definitely not your friend. At the end of the day, I am your employer. You're my employee. We have a vision. Let's keep it black and white. And when we meet, we can have fun. We can have a drink. We will eat. We will make cuento. After that, I don't want to know anything. And that's creating boundaries.
Yeah.
That is a very healthy sa work environment. Even some people look at it in the point of view ko yun as arrogant ako. Your employees will respect you more if you don't put your nose in their personal life.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
one thing I've learned. I don't follow my employees on their social media accounts. I don't want to know them. If you are my graphic designer, I just want to know you as a graphic designer. Why? Kasi if pinalo kita sa Instagram mo, nakita ko pumarty ka, mahalo yung decision making ko. Sasabihin ko, kaya ka pala submit kasi pumaparty ka. And that's none of my business. That's none of my business. Kung ano yung ginagawa mo outside.
Outside work.
It's a very peaceful environment we employers can create for our employees where we don't put our noses sa personal life nila. I promise they appreciate it a lot. It may sound very harsh right now, but when it is executed, work lang relationship nyo, outside that, wala na. Oh my God. You can't even imagine how far mararating nyo.
Mhm.
Because wala nang halo yung decision making nyo eh. It's just work. That's it. That's it. Wala na. So that's how we run our businesses. That's why naging ganto si Access. Kasi hindi namin hinahalo. My office doesn't have gossiping. I mean, they can gossip. But when I am around, our work environment is just work. That's it.
And i-FYI natin sa ating ano no mga viewers. Gaano kasi I'm not sure if this is still what you're doing no, pero tama
Mhm.
ba until what time yung hanggang 4 PM ba yung trabaho,
Okay.
like what's the time frame for your work?
Wala kaming ganyan. Ngayon lang nagkaroon yan kasi may Access Concierge. So, our vision sa Access Travel is, I always tell them, you don't have to please me. I am never gonna give you any promotion kasi we work based on commissions. Everybody has the same salary, more or less, sa mga full-time ko. So, we are based on commissions. So, parang I made them their own mini entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
So, pag may benta ka, may commissions ka, so ikaw yung nagbi-build. So, parang lahat kami masaya at the end of the day. So, wala kami working hours. You wanna start at 12, basta hindi ako ang piniplease mo, yung client.
Mhm.
So, yung client mo, dun ka mag-adjust. If may hawak ka 10 clients, yung isa kausap ka na 4 p.m., yung isa kausap ka na 8 p.m., sila ang nag-a-adjust sa clients. So, inside our office, they know, ako lang ang boss nila. Hindi nila ako kailangan i-please. Hindi nila makukuha yung mga promotion. Wala kaming hierarchies.
Hmm.
We are all the same with different work responsibilities. That's it. Ganun lang yun ano namin. The only person they need to please is their client. That's it.
So yun ang pinaka-output talaga is to
Yes. Your
yung
work, your work.
output. Okay.
Yes.
So yan, grabe no, ang dami natututunan dito kay Angely from yan mag-setting boundaries and being professional sa trabaho. So eto na, so yan ang sikreto no, hindi siya puro glam-glam lang kasi nakikita sa ano is parang puro magaganda na, but you see the hard work behind the success at the same time no. So ito isa sa mga nabasa ko din sa mga previous reflections mo no, early this year or late last year na for a time you stop leading expeditions for access travel, because I think that's the one of the pinaka pang asset ng access is when you do personally go to the tours. And now you're planning to do it again. So what happened? Why did you stop, and what prompted you to go back at it again?
All right. So I was having this conversation with my coach earlier. I do private trainings, weight training. So sabi ko sa kanya, what's the point of having a business if slave ka na business mo? And I see a lot of people 65 na 70. I'm not trying to judge them. As I've said, I look at other people but I get my lesson na parang, oh, pwede ko to i-apply na ayoko to mangyari sa akin. Imagine being 65, 70, you have your own business, pumapasok ka pa din. Bakit ka pa nag-business? For me, having a business is buying freedom. I work out twice a day. I do Pilates, I do weightlifting, and sometimes I go for run. So parang, that's the life I want for myself. So nung na-build ko na yung business ko, my girls were capable enough leading the tours. I wanted to pass on the opportunity to my employees to see the world. Kasi I don't see myself na, alam mo yun, parang being a lady boss all my life. It doesn't make sense to me. What makes sense to me is I've lived that season in my life and someone else can have it. I'm not greedy person eh. I'm okay with sharing what I have. So nowadays, I've trained my girls for sila. They go with the clients and parang tapos na yung season ng life ko na yon. And nowadays, I just want to be a businesswoman. I want to create systems. I want to train my employees. I want to deal with the clients. Kumbaga, parang tapos na. And I live my life by seasons. And hindi na rin ako na-excite sa mga destination. The moment I lost yung awe ng destination, I was like, I'm done here. There's no more excitement. And I don't wanna do anything even for a second na hindi ako nag-enjoy. So I will be honest, I lost the awe of going with the clients. It just became a routine. And I don't want to go to work na hindi ako masaya. Kasi I already have the privilege. I have a business. And I should be enjoying every single day kasi nagawa ko na yung freedom na yun and privilege na yun. So I don't want to spend even one day na hindi ako masaya sa trabaho. And the moment na experience ko yon sa nilid kong expedition, I was like, I'm done. You guys can have it. So now I created new ones. We are going to call it the Wellness Reset. So I combine two of my interest, travel and fitness. So I'm going to create Pilates in Spain, Pilates retreat, yoga retreat in Ganto, or nature reset in Costa Rica. Yun na yung nakikita kong vision ko. Slower life, slower travel, more intentional. Puro intentions na. Kasi nga, as I've said, meron ako wisdom ngayon eh. Kilala ko na yung sarili ko. Hindi na ako kailangan magsipsip kahit kanino. Kasi we have clientels na. So it comes with time and experience, and I make use of the opportunities and the privileges na meron sa every season of my life. And I believe lahat ng opportunities na meron tayo, dapat ginagamit natin. As in, dapat gamit na gamit na gamit. Like yung 20s ko, ginamit ko talaga yung opportunities, mag-travel, mag-backpack, go here, go there. But nowadays, I don't see doing that anymore. Kasi first of all, I promised myself na di na ako lilipad ng economy. So ngayon, di ko na kaya. Ayoko na. Kumbaga, nag-set ka na ng standard for yourself na business class ka na nang lilipad. And I wanna live sa mga standards ko. Hindi yung parang puro ganyan-ganyan lang. Parang I walk the talk. And when I promise something sa sarili ko, I want to fulfill that. You know? Hindi yung parang I lie to myself. Kasi if I lie to myself, parang I'm not living my truth, di ba? So yun, parang it's very important for me to keep building myself, fulfill the promises that I give sa self ko. Kasi ganun ko mabubuo yung life that is enjoyable.
Wow, grabe naman 'yan, 'no. Talagang ano, parang ang galing kasi yung company mo is also growing with you, na kung before adventure, 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 and now
Mm-hmm.
we ano, i-weave in natin yung time for rest and having that peace. Ikaw, ano ba yung personal realization mo about taking it slow? What have you discovered about yourself during that season you were taking?
Lately?
Yes, like lately.
Lately, siguro I'm turning 35 next month. And one thing I'm really fascinated about myself is parang I don't live my life for anybody else. Like, I don't care. Like, whatever people think of me, parang it never mattered. And nowadays, parang wala na talaga. Like, I've been here in the Philippines for almost a month, and I've spent all my time with my employees, with my mom, and with our dogs. Parang that's one thing I'm learning about myself na I want to create such a small world for myself na that is so enjoyable na parang you don't want to get out of it. You don't want to escape it. Kumbaga, I want to build a very beautiful home life for me na hindi ko na may isipang umalis. Na I will be so happy sa home life ko na parang what's the point of escaping this? And
Mhm.
I've gotten that concept from Europeans. They're so in love with Spain, they don't even think of leaving Spain.
Mm.
That is very controversial take though, kasi parang when you do that for yourself, parang pinapalit mo yung mundo mo. And maybe it is coming from a perspective na I've seen a lot sa world na nowadays, I really want to be so present in everything that I do na parang nandun lang ako. I wanna make my life parang slower.
Hmm.
Kasi ang fast ng mundo, and I've lived that life in my 20s. Now, 35 onwards, gusto ko siya gawing sobrang slow, yung tipong naririnig ko matutulog na sinala, yung hilik niya.
Mhm.
I want to live that life. That's what I've discovered for myself. And I've actually created a book out of that. I fell in love with the Italians and their way of life. I'm launching it on January 22, The Art of Slow Living. I
Wow.
fell in love. I fell in love with slow life. And it doesn't mean I'm not gonna work. And it doesn't mean na tamad-tamad na ako. No, 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 no. I'm still gonna be the hustler I am. I still gonna be the the lady I am of Access Travel. But this time, I want to use my privileges to make my life slower. Gusto ko siya pabagalin na nararamdaman ko lahat yung na nangyayari.
Hmm. I think I'm getting what you mean, no? Kasi yun nga baka sabihin na I want to yung sinasabi mo na gusto mong yung sa to create your own space that you will enjoy in. But at the same time, I was about to say nga na you're actually even sharing that experience with this new expedition that you are planning na you want them to find rest even during the
Yes,
travel time. 'Di ba? So yung insight na yon and ikaw na knowing na you know how you put so much importance in rest time na you want them to have that also in their travels.
exactly. And the first thing we're gonna launch is Costa Rica. So ilo-launch na lang namin siya. Nakaset up na siya lahat. I really want people to know my business. Parang shadow ko siya.
Hmm.
Parang my business is who I've become, who I'm becoming. Parang I don't see business putting up businesses just for the money, alam mo yon. Even I can create those. Kaya nga wala akong mga skincare, ganyan. Alam ko mabibenta ko yun like this. Wala akong mga ganon. I don't find anything in it, you know? For me, parang everything I do, I need to enjoy it. Kailangan may purpose ako mahanap. Maybe it comes from Aquarius ako. Aquarius people are so into purpose. For me, I'm only gonna live one life. I need to have purpose in everything I do. Kumbaga, I'm sorry for my word. I cannot do anything bullshit for the sake of doing it. I mean,
Mhm.
if I have to do it, may purpose din siya. Like, okay, makaka-benefit to sa access travel, ganon.
Ayan. Grabe. Grabe yung pagiging leader mo talaga. Yung vision mo, no? Very, you really know what you want. That's really
15 years.
no? Kaya importante, kaya you're very successful at what you do. Pero ito, yung Spain, why did you decide to move to Spain? Of all the
Uh,
places that you've been to, 150 countries, if I'm not mistaken.
I
For a
was with
Spain.
someone. It took me a lot of time to accept this, and I'm gonna share it. I was with someone, and as a person na very into self-awareness and everything, I was in denial for so long. Pero ngayon, kaya ko na siya sabihin, I moved there for love. Pero hindi ko rin siya nakatuluyan kasi nagbago yung isip ko nung nandun na ako.
Oh my gosh. Tapos, what did you
Siyempre,
find?
kailangan self-aware tayo, di ba? Hindi naman pwede puro flowers and unicorns and
Tama
rainbows.
naman. And
So
then,
yeah, now I can say it na out loud. Kasi before in denial ako, parang sinasabi ko po parang, oh, I moved for school. Actually, bullshit. That's bullshit.
oh my gosh. And
So
then, why did you
that's the
stay?
I fell in love with my life, and even he was not part of it. I created a life for myself that I fell in love na ayoko nang umalis.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and I believe na when you water talaga your own garden, you can create a life that you will fall in love with every single day, no matter where you go.
Grabe naman yung mga sharing ni Angely, Pepsters. No, I hope a lot of people get to see this para they'll be inspired with your go-getter attitude na hindi, wag kang matakot if you fail or na to take risks and to just translate yung what you love into something na could also be very successful for you, no? Ang galing lang. Oh my gosh. Ayan. So, ito na. Bago tayo magtapos, no, mga
Ang
peps.
bilis?
O, di ba, ang bilis? Di ba? Para kasi, syempre, pero hindi pa naman, ayan, may question. Magtanongin natin, Miss Angeli, what advice would you give to someone in their mid-20s, especially nowadays when there's so much pressure from social media peers? Yan.
I think you always have to think na life on social media is curated. Somebody curated it. So you can't compare your real life to someone's curated life. I always say that na parang whatever I post on social media is naka-curate na yon. So why are you comparing your real life with my created life? This is my real life. At my mom's house with our dog. You won't guys believe it. Up to this day, I still sleep on the floor. Meron akong sariling biniling foam from Muji. That's me. That nobody gets to see. And I love that part of me that when I'm home, I am just my mom's daughter. But nobody gets to see that on social media because I don't post that. So you cannot be unfair to yourself. You're comparing your whole real life to someone's curated life, right? So I think it boils down to self-awareness. Now you really have to keep educating yourself kasi. And for me, the biggest project I'm gonna work on this lifetime is myself. And that may sound narcissist, self-centered, but that's the reality we live in. Sarili natin yung first project natin eh. We cannot expect to be treated well. We cannot expect success. We cannot accept anything if we can't work on ourselves, right? So
Ayan.
so so that's what I think. But at the end of the day, we all have different perspectives.
O, 'di ba? O, quarter life ha, binigyan ka ni Angeli ng ano talaga, straight talk na advice na hindi hindi lang nakaikot sa social media ang ating life. And I think ano isa sa mga nagustuhan ko dun sa mga nanood ako ng mga iba mong mga posts, no, na you've always been firm about yung hindi ka defined by your work, even if that's what you post on social media. So, na talagang hindi yun ang foundation ko, hindi work. Lagi mo sinasabi
Right.
ko, bakit gano'n?
Right, right. And because I think um, a lot of people are very superficial, and that's normal. Normal. No judgments here. I think it takes a lot kasi for you to be self-aware. 'Di ba? With everything that I've said, some people will take it, oh, arrogant yan, narcissist yan, self-centered yan. And I read a lot of comments about me na, oh, masculine kasi yan, kaya walang jowa, walang ganyan. At the end of the day, I'm never going to share my personal life on the internet because I'm a businesswoman. And that's the only branding I want to have. That's it. I am so selfish with my personal life that I don't even want anybody to see it. I don't want anybody to see my mom, my brother, my sisters, my partner. Oops, I'm sorry.
Hi,
That's
ma.
uh, parang, parang I'm okay with whatever people want to think of me. I don't care. Kasi parang I know myself better than anybody. And if I have to explain everything to everybody, parang that's so exhausting. So I just deliver na lang messages na ganyan na I am more than my work. You know, you just say it indirectly to people na parang you can judge me however you want to judge me, but I am more than my work. And I am okay na hindi alam ng mga tao yun part ng buhay ko. Like as I've shared na I'm here at my mom's place, there's Nala, I don't know what she's doing with her plans. And this is the best part of my life. And I really believe best parts of our lives should not be an entertainment for strangers.
Ayan. Oh, ayan naman, Pepsters, ang dami natin talagang natutunan kay Miss Angeli, no? So, okay. Siguro before we let you go, no, can you invite your supporters and everyone here watching na dun sa iyong book launch or kung ano pa yung mga aabangan sa Access Travel this first quarter of 2026?
All right. So thank you so much for giving me the platform to plug in my life and our ganap. So first ganap is on January 18. So we're going to launch my photo book. So you can pre-order na. Just go to my Instagram account. Nandun yung link. And we are also having our first ever travel community event on January 18 as well. So parang we created a small event lang for 100 people to talk about travel, life, and everything. So first time namin magkaroon ng ganon because I am very private sa buhay ko. And sabi ko, sige, paminsan-minsan okay lang naman alam niyo yun, mag-share ng mga stuff, makipag-meet sa mga tao. Kasi I work remotely, feeling ko naging masyado na akong isolated. So this year, one of my goals is to be more open, meet more people, and just talk about life. Kasi parang everybody wants to be heard, to be seen. Kasi yun yung one thing, lahat tayo in common eh. We all want to be seen and heard, di ba? So yeah, this is my book. You can pre-order na. Nandiyan din sa Instagram ko. And official parang shipment ng mga books is on January 22. Birthday ng mom ko yun actually. So,
Wow!
and yes, and next naman is we've launched. Oh my God, I'm sorry. My dog is making a mess na. Okay, so Costa Rica will be my first tour na wellness and fitness. So that is happening November this year. 12 people lang. So if you want to sign up, please message Access Travel or me. So yun yung maganap sa amin. And yung normal naman, you can create your tour anywhere in the world, Antarctica, anywhere you want to go. It's on Access Travel and my podcast, Life in Progress. Nala, I'm sorry. Nala! She destroyed na everything.
Oh my gosh. Ayan, o sige. Nala, ito na ang ang iyong firma. Malapit na siyang,
Nala,
malapit.
Benaki! Nala! Nala! Okay, she destroyed all our plants.
Oh my gosh. Ayan na. Okay, so open to all yung community
No,
event.
it's a closed event na. We sold the
Close
120
na.
tickets and sold out na. Next
Alright.
time will be on September.
Okay, and then can you share yung social media platforms where they can follow you?
Yes, my Instagram is Angely Dub. My TikTok is Angely Dub. I thank you so much. Naka-plug in na pala. My YouTube is Dub Angely. My podcast is Life in Progress PH. And my
Ayan.
business account, Access Travel PH.
Ayan, Pepsters, no? So, again, once again, thank you so much, Angeli. And of course, sa Pepsters, we also invite you to log on to PEP.ph at the ating mga social media platforms for our latest stories on celebrities, lifestyle, and non-celebrities din. And once again, thank you so much, Angeli, for sharing your life with us. Ang dami ko natutunan for today. And I pray na maging meaningful and mas masaya yung adventures mo this 2026.
Thank you
Ayan.
so much. I wish you the same. I hope you take it easy.
Thank you once again, Pepsters. Angely Dub on Pep Live.
Thank you
Bye,
so much. Bye, everyone. I wish you rest this year.
Ayan. Thank you.